Welcome back, everyone, to the Parramatta Stadium for this absolutely crucial round 22 clash between Parramatta and Manly on the last of our Nissan Friday nighters. A sultry evening here out west of Sydney, and Manly with it all to do still to make sure of a top 5 spot for this season. This Parramatta team led by Brett Kenny makes their way out at home. They're trying to upset the Sea Eagles. They would love nothing better than to do just that and finish the season on a high. They will have a ton of support here. And the team of Fitzhenry, Erickson, Jackson, Leeds, Mann, Lydiard, Bell, Kenny, King, Fernley, Drake, Greentree, Johnston, the coach Michael Cronin, the single fresh reserve for the Eels, Andrew Langford. This Manly side know that they have to do it without Des Hasler and Ian Roberts. It is likely that they'll be missing for the rest of the season, especially so for Hasler. This is the side that's got to get on with the job. Ridge, Hancock, Iro, O'Connor, Stokes, Lyons, Tuvey. The forwards under pressure, Cunningham, White, Jones, Hosking, Dunford, Bella, the coach Graham Lowe. They have 2 freshmen sitting on the sideline in Darryl Williams and Glenn Bourne. McCallum gets us underway. Straight down the middle, over the head. Awkward bounce, eluding Lyons, picked up by O'Connor. First touch in this match, and he's finished up 10 metres out from his own line. Bella. He knows the job at hand without Hasler and also Roberts.
And their loss is immeasurable in this game. If you go back to the last 2 weeks against St George and Canberra, fightbacks against Manly coincided with Roberts and Hasler being off the field late in the second half.
Bella again. 3 defenders on him, just short of his own 22. Dunford. Ian Roberts looks on sideline. At best, he has a chance to make the grand final if the Sea Eagles can travel that far. Fitzhenry with his first touch, right on halfway for the Eels. Greentree out of dummy half. Manly posting 30 more points than Parramatta this year, but an incredible difference in defence.
That's a terrible defensive record by Parramatta. They've had 44 more points scored against them than the next worst defence, the Gold Coast.
The Eels playing just about the entire season without their own king here. At Parramatta, Peter Sterling, Lydiard, great one-hander, Jackson. The Eels, they were on fire. But the last pass astray, Erickson was heading down for the try line.
Graham Lowe, get back in your seat.
Penalty comes to Manly, but they were stretched. Well and truly busted out wide. Erickson couldn't drag in this last pass. He was headed to the in goal.
He was. It was a great ball there by Lydiard. He popped it up to Jackson, who was running into the hole, got it back inside. No defence coming across. He couldn't quite hold it.
Bella again. Motoring into Greentree.
He ran a long way before he hit the defensive line.
They did stand back and wait. Now Hosking. Solid performer for this Manly club late in the season. As is John Jones. Very impressive against Canberra in that epic battle at Brookvale last week. Tuvey, the gap just opened right up. O'Connor's inside. He won't need him. Oh, what a run from Tuvey. It was like the Sydney Heads. And he just said, thanks very much. Didn't he put the foot down here on the Nissan replay? Bell just left it and said to Peter Johnston, you tidy up. A little in and away, and he left Fitzhenry standing.
Total lack of communication here between Johnston and Bell. You'll see it coming up now. Tuvey sights the hole. I think we can call this individual brilliance. Once he'd skirted the defence, he threw the ears back, knew that he could get there, and crosses for his second try in 1991.
Jeff Tuvey, a very young man in this Manly lineup, but in the last couple of seasons has shown tremendous experience and is a great player for them in the future. The Manly supporters still on their feet on the hill after that exciting start by their team. Gusty breeze here will make it difficult for goal kickers.
You wouldn't back against him if he was kicking into a cyclone.
No, Matthew Ridge, 67 from 83. A A percentage of 80.72. From way out on the sideline. What a sensational goal. Into the breeze. Ridge makes it the full complement. Manly 6, Parramatta 0. Lions sending a bomb up out wide. Erickson knocks it back. Stokes is on him, but he beats him nicely. Then he beats Bella. Good run from Erickson to excite this home crowd. Parramatta searching for a bit of their own roll on. Drake stands, knocked down by O'Connor, 6 more tackles. Greentree takes out the mark as well. Created a bit of room for Chris King. Jason Bell needs a runner. He's doing pretty well by himself. Now there's Marn. Marn gets it to Leeds. Leeds just careered onto it.
And Manly looked pretty flimsy in defence there themselves.
Lydiard out to Drake. Exciting play now at the Manly end. Greentree. Greentree gets there. Right on the line. There's the reply. Manly might have thought they were comfortable, but Parramatta have come back very strongly. Nissan replay. Some in-passing, changing direction, catching them out up the middle. Greentree couldn't be stopped, just enough distance.
The cracks were starting to appear in the Manly defence. A couple of successive play the balls and they made good inroads, but here they really capped it off. It was Greentree who beat a Bella tackle and then reached out to score his first try of the season.
Billy Greentree at 21 years of age. The Stormman from Parramatta has got it right next to the posts. They set up a chant for the Eels. Fitzhenry next to the sticks. No mistake. We're back where we started. This Nissan Friday nighter, it is all locked up 6-all. And again, there's that feeling of the semi-finals coming a week here.
And we're going to be here early. We're going to be here for the next 4 weeks, and maybe on Tuesday night. You haven't got anything planned, have you, for Tuesday?
I'll be at the Sydney Stadium.
All right.
All right. Ridge put down by Marn.
Gotcha. Any number of them.
Manly regroup as they get this penalty to take it away from their own 22. Lyons comes in to chat to Michael O'Connor. He talks to his forwards. Lets them know what set of play he wants on the next 6. Very fast first 40 here at the Parramatta Stadium. Hosking. I must say it's not doing the flu any good. Bella.
Well, you gave it to us all.
6-all Parramatta and Manly. Jones. 40 metres out. Hosking. He got rid of Johnston.
He's one of the most improved players of 1991, David Hosking.
Real warhorse. Lyons to Tooby. Tooby to Cunningham. Big gap. Cunningham takes on Fitzhenry, beats him, but there's great cover there from you-know-who, Brett Kenny. Last tackle, couple of metres out, Ridge charges onto it. Knockdown for Stokes, Manly get the try. Now, was it knocked on? Was it knocked back? Was there a Parramatta hand in there? Crowd don't like it, but it's on the board. Nissan replay. The key here is as Ridge turns his back, trying to keep it alive. Did that ball travel forward? Stokes picked it up. It was a line ball.
It was a line ball, but what I do know about it is that a Parramatta hand didn't touch it. It's simply a matter of here of whether the ball was dropped forward or sideward. But Stokes was right on the spot. He picked it up and wasn't about to complain.
That angle suggested that it fell forward of Ridge's legs, and maybe it was a knock-on. So it looked like it could have been a little forward. It was certainly just the jolt in the tackle that freed it out of the hands.
Maybe Greg McCallum thought that a Parramatta hand hit it, but he didn't signal that way.
No, he didn't. He ruled the ball went back. He gave a clear signal on that one. Ridge has already produced that first goal from right out on the sideline. He is about 5 or 6 metres closer. He does it again.
He's a freak.
Manly now grab back that full complement of the lead. It is 12-6. (12-6) at the Parramatta Stadium. The Eels with this restart. Ridge, who with his 2 goals tonight sets him up to equal Daryl Halligan as the Winfield Cup top point scorer with 160.
And Jason Taylor's on 149, breathing down their necks.
And he's got a tough assignment against West.
Against Brisbane.
Against Brisbane, I should say. Dunford. Jones, talking about tough encounters. What a dramatic finish to the season with Canberra and St George on our MMI big game. Sunday, 6:30 to 8:30. Don't miss it. Will the Raiders be alive for a 3rd Winfield Cup? Or will St George spoil it for them?
You can guarantee there'll be a stream of red and white making its way down the highway on Sunday.
There's a stream of maroon and white here for the Sea Eagles as they produce some excellent play in this first half.
And a replacement on for Parramatta. Andrew Langford replaces Bill Greentree.
Bell. 11 metres out from their own line. Langford gets straight into the action. Johnston. Bell with the switch. Kenny. Ball was knocked down or out of his hands.
It's anything but safety first play from the Eels. They're trying anything at any point of the field.
They've got 6 more tackles.
And they've lost the assistance to that breeze too. It's all but died.
But they're playing as though it doesn't show their real true position on the table, Wayne.
No, that's right. They're playing well. I mean, they played well last week against Western Suburbs as well. They only went down, or they went down in a close encounter there. They're a side that's capable of playing good 80-minute football, but they just tend to make too many errors.
Well, the errors go against Manly here, and that will give the Eels the chance.
Yeah, holding down in the play of the ball, you can only stretch the referee so far, and here McCallum adjudicated that Bella had just overplayed his hand.
The Eels have won 4 out of 10 at home this year. Manly with a good effort away in this Winfield Cup of 91, 6 out of 10 victories away from Brookvale.
But would you believe that Parramatta have only won 1 out of 5 games here at the Parramatta Stadium against Manly?
It's been something about the Eels and the Sea Eagles, hasn't it? Great competitors in the early 80s especially. Johnston.
There was a grand final, I think, that started that way back in about 78, wasn't there?
Just a touch of controversy.
Hello,
traditional arch rivals.
Hello, Greg.
Jackson. Just outside the 22. Bella dummy half for Ericsson, who has come from the far wing. Last tackle against Parramatta. No dummy half, now there is. Fitzhenry rushes in there, puts up the bomb. Leeds was in front, out to the left. The Leeds should have been penalised. Now it's Stokes. Ericsson, he can't get him. No one will catch him.
He'll score.
From one end to the other, put it down to Ridge, who took the pressure off with the bomb. Stokes will cost for the try. He had 3 supports there. Hancock got there. Lyons got there, and Iro. What a run from Frank Stokes. And the old adage that the line didn't stay out wide. Ridge right under the post on the Nissan replay. Great play from him to get Stokes started. This is as far as you can go on a try. He was back on his own in goal line. He set sail. Eriksson was midfield. He tried to get there. It was a matter of give up after that. Chris King, no way in the world the back row with the pace. And they all were urging him on.
Now, what you've got to remember here is if Ridge had have caught that in goal, it would have been a tap from the quarter line. He caught it in the field of play, ran back in the in goal. He didn't get much help from anyone else except Frank Stokes, the try scorer. Hit the ball to Stokes, and he did the rest.
Certainly did. Parramatta were trying to get back with another reply, but Manly with an astonishing move from one end to the other. Ridge from right next to the post. 2 great goals from out wide. He looks back at Greg McCallum. I thought he was going to get up and start running with it.
Daryl Halligan's in the crowd, and he blew it over.
5 tries, 70 goals, 2 field goals. Maybe I've already given him this goal. I have.
I'd like to be on him.
This for 162 points. So would I. Ridge gets Manly to a lead of 12 over Parramatta. They say Manly fans don't travel. Well, they have. In the last couple of seasons, there's been tremendous support for them.
Anyone will travel if they've got a reason to cheer.
Well, that man has been the influence for this club, no doubt about it. A win tonight to keep them in the top 3. How dangerous would they look to everybody if there was a Hasler and there was an Ian Roberts?
On their day when they click, they can do anything and they could beat anyone. But when you take those 2 players out, it does take out a lot of their strike power and their tidy-up ability.
No doubt Lowe would be repeating to them, Bill, that with the rep season, though, they've done it a number of times without the stars.
Yeah, the thing you've got to do in coaching is you've got to be able to get that out of your mind. You can't worry about players you haven't got. You've got to worry about the ones you have got. And that can be hard to do.
There's no worries with a man like Bella. He will give you work all night long. Tuvey. Lyons.
Don't see it.
Gets it back nicely.
He has done it again. Now, that's the 3rd time, and he's been penalised twice for it.
Well, somebody's got to race out there. What a trainer should do for Chris White's race out there with a rugby league manual.
No doubt he's under instructions. He's been told by the coach, I want you to get to your feet and play the ball quickly. That's admirable, but you've got to play it properly, although Drake did give him a bit of a hand.
But in rushing to do it, Bill, you said the key, get to your feet, not your knees.
Right, you've got to get to your feet first. And now, the changeable world of rugby league, Parramatta get a chance to get right back into it.
They were looking close before the break. They were looking good, I should say, before the break. Manly now a couple of minutes still. Parramatta with a chance. Just trying to go from dummy half. Down a blindside. Burnley allowed to turn. That's awful defence. They let Greentree sneak over. And now the defence was just too soft near the line. They just keep spitting out of tackles. Very easy for Burnley. Nissan replay. There is only a short blindside. But Fitzhenry went down there. Burnley. He turns in the tackle. Turns in a second and third. Ridge couldn't hang on.
it's not as if there was no defence there, because there were plenty of maroon and white jumpers, but it was flimsy. Now there's contact made. He's still 5 metres from the try line. Went through 1, went through 2, went through 3, puts it down. Too easy.
John Fernley grabs the try, so 2 tries amongst the forwards for the Eels.
Fernley's first try in 91, as was Greentree's.
Why not wait till the last round of the Cup? The goal kicking has been sensational from Ridge. Can Fitzhenry match it? No, just wide. Manly still with the lead, 18 points to 10. Quite a good crowd at the Parramatta Stadium to finish our Nissan Friday Nighters.
And this game shaping as a great climax to the end of the Friday night football.
There has been some extra good entertainment in this first 40. Well inside the last 60 seconds. King has turned in the tackle. Eriksson has not finished with the first half. Bell. Manly standing back. Easy meters up the middle. Fernley, the try scorer.
Oh, come on, Manly.
That was a poor attempt from John Jones.
With so much depending on a game like this, your concentration and intensity in defence has got to be much better than that.
Lydiard kicks ahead. Mann is chasing quickly. Ridge is there. Ridge will run it dead. And he ran it dead because he heard the siren. So Parramatta threatening again at the death. Manly know that they will have to look over their shoulder in the second half. They're not home yet for the semi-finals. Stay with us. Plenty more action still to come. 18-10. We'll be back right after this. A little bit of rain here now at Parramatta Stadium. The ball comes off the crossbar. Bella and Drake with the leading hit-ups, but for differing sides. Drake.
Both sides have made more mistakes in defence and attack than they would have liked, and for Manly that's particularly important with semi-finals coming up. They've got to get to semi-final style football, assuming they win here tonight. And it's too early to presume that.
The kick down from Parramatta. That breeze has settled, and now with the rain, it will even things out. Ridge playing it just inside the Parramatta half. And Hancock with a run around with O'Connor. What was said at half-time, Wayne?
Well, Graham Lowe was a little bit disappointed in the forward defence, and in particular their communication. He wants a lot more effort from their markers and the men in tight. And Mick Cronin, well, he was reasonably happy with the first half, but he wants the defensive line to move up a lot quicker, and he's asked his side to be a little bit more cavalier in attack. He feels that they've got nothing to lose. He wants them to throw the ball around a little bit more and concentrate in tight on the inside pass.
Manly throw it around, but O'Connor throws it over the sideline. It might have been touched. McCallum says it wasn't.
Well, there's the pass from O'Connor. He just tried to get it underneath. No doubt Mann put his hand out, but McCallum was in a good spot to rule.
And you were talking about Manly winning this one, Bill. Well, based on for and against at present, and providing there are no draws this weekend, there are some 32 possibilities for the makeup of the positions in the 5, 2, 3, 4 and 5 out of Manly, West, North, Canberra, St George and Canterbury.
I'll wait till 4:30 Sunday.
It's a nice script, isn't it, for 1991?
I'm not going to try and work it out.
Bell arrives late as the dummy half, and he throws the ball very wide. They just weren't prepared for the quick play of the ball, Parramatta. Drake couldn't pick it up cleanly.
Yeah, timing counts for so much in football, and when you're going to hit the ball up, you've got to take your timing off the dummy half, and Drake arrived a bit late on the scene. Well,
that ball was put in completely behind the legs of a front row. didn't even make the tunnel whatsoever.
And that little man, Jeff Tooby, he's the man that's causing the most problems in tight. They're not marking him as closely as they should be.
Chris White penalised twice in the first half for not playing the ball correctly. 60 tackles. The Eels have had it 4 overall. Manly 82. Cunningham.
Well, that confirms what I thought with the tackle counts, and you can see there from the possession held in the opposition half, 17 Parramatta and 42 Manly. There hasn't been a lot of ball.
Here goes Ridge. Iroh's inside. He didn't see him. It doesn't matter. Clever play again from Ridge. Ridge was the one who got him started on his 110-metre dash up the other end in the first half. This time it is much, much shorter. Only about a dozen metres to the try line. Nissan replay. Lyons. He found Ridge coming into the line and he beat Lydiard. Iroh went inside. He took out Fitzhenry. He gave Stokes the run to the line. And Stokes grabs a double.
It'll be Frank Stokes' turn to shout Matthew Ridge back at the Leagues Club tonight, and this will tell you why. Lyons got it started with a short ball to Ridge, who spun out of the first tackle, but then he positioned Stokes beautifully, put him away on the outside. Ericsson was coming across, he fell off, and Stokes went round for his third.
Frank Stokes having a big night out at the Parramatta Stadium. Reggie is right as far as that sign is concerned. Parramatta looking for the good start after half-time. They don't get it. Three from 3 for Ridge. 2 of those when the breeze was at its worst in the first half. Now it's dropped. And he kicked into the teeth of it from out near the sideline.
He just hits them so sweetly, so casually.
His general play has been outstanding, matching the goal kicking. Have a look at this. He just guides them over no matter where they are. Manly stretch it nicely, 24-10. Now Marn. Nearly 10 minutes gone since the half-time break. Burnley. Just when is a player tackled? About 10 seconds ago, says McCallum.
And it was just an effort by Manly to put him down. They let him stand for an eternity. Now here he is fighting to get his hands through to get the pass away. He should have been finished off there, stayed alive. And McCallum obviously had called held well before that.
Lydiard puts it about 10 metres out from the line. Bell for Ericsson. 5 metres away. Now line deep to the right, the Eels. Burnley. Their 2 tries, Parramatta, have come close to the ruck from the forwards, just breaking some easy tackles. Drake on the fringe. King back to Drake. Clever play. He spins out of tackles. That's a replay of the first half. Manly near the line are being busted. But there was some good support play in this. Nissan replay. Good ball from King. Flagging it to Drake. Spinning out of Tooby, spinning out of Ridge, right next to the posts.
It was a good set play by Parramatta. Have a look at the way they build it up with a fade across the back of the play the ball, then the offload and the back up back to Drake, the man who got it away in the first place. But if you're preparing for semi-finals, that's not the sort of defence you'd want to see if you were Graham Lowe.
Big Drake gets the try, and I don't think Graham Lowe would be wanting to see it right here, which still gives Parramatta a chance here. They get closer. Manly 24, Parramatta 16. Lyons. Tooby.
Throwing caution to the wind for a side that's in front. Look
back
at
to
this.
Tooby.
And that's what happens.
The pressure has provided a crack.
they put themselves in a position here they didn't need to be in. Now have a look at this. They were doing it pretty comfortably, working the ball out of their quarter, but they started to pop up passes they didn't have to throw. That's putting yourself into situations you shouldn't be in.
The Eels. Bell.
And where is Brett Kenny?
Peter Johnston. They've found some reserves now, Parramatta. Reserves of energy. Fernley. They've taken them on in the forwards close to the line. They've won 3 times. Drake leads. 11 metres away. Fitzhenry. Lydiard to Jackson. Back to Lydiard. Lydiard. Good ball to Drake. Drake is charging. Drake gets it back to Langford. Did he get it down? They won't be denied this time.
Now the in-goal.
Yes, they are.
The in-goal touch judge, Graham. McCallum looked at him and he adjudicated he was held up. I'd like to see it again.
Now McCallum has relied on the in-goal judge. Langford taken by Ridge. Was that a try saver? Yes, it was. You've got to hand it to Ridge. The second try he saved. The in-goal man adjudicated. 24-16. Manly know that they're in one ball game.
And the next 24 minutes will feel like an eternity.
The handling errors are nearly square. Bella a good run.
Yeah, that was a big run, but now they've got to put another one on the top of it. No good back passing.
It is normally Hosking to follow. Last tackle. Straight to Fitzhenry. Good tackle from Jones. Everything's turning.
All these messy play the balls always give the referee more work than he'd want to do, but as the Manly player was coming back just a little sharp, and that jolted the ball loose.
The fans still believe that the Eels can get home. Young and old. In full voice, Langford will play at 32 out. Kenny, so many times the match winner. Bell. Johnston leaves it behind. Cunningham. He picks up the dregs. Not a good ball to Johnson. High, heading over his shoulder.
And he was running off it. You've got to be coming back into the hole there, not running away from it.
O'Connor. Hosking. Manly very bunched at the moment. Chris White. Pressure on him to play the ball.
And hold your hat.
He gets it right. Ridge off the side of the boot. Fitzhenry off hands to Mann. Jones is doing a lot of tackling in this second half.
You know, I think the pressure's starting to tell a little bit on Manly here.
It's been written about all week. Mann wasn't tackled.
Gee, that's easy. 4 or 5 play the balls, nothing fancy, just build it forward.
Bell to Drake. Last tackle. Fitzhenry kicks to the end goal. And Hancock is trapped.
for a team that haven't got a lot to play for, Parramatta are playing with a lot more enthusiasm than Manly. Now, Hancock wasn't totally to blame there. He needed some mates back to support him.
Lions. Gives it to Stokes for the start.
What do you do if you're Graham Lowe now? Do you start to look for replacements? Wayne, what are your thoughts?
Back it comes for King. Langford. Bell. Lydiard. Run around with Bell. It's left to Mann out wide. He slips. Lydiard. Ericsson. 10 metres away, but just one more tackle. Lydiard. Mann to the corner. Plenty of cover. Back to Fitzhenry. Fitzhenry to Fernley. Desperate stuff. Lydiard puts it down. Manly have it. Now we've got a touch judge in. Manly could be in some more trouble here. Hosking is called out.
They're doing it tough enough with 13 men. They can't afford to have 12.
Now, O'Connor seemed to be confused by it all. Well, he was entitled to make that tackle. Now, if that's what it's for, then the touch judge has got it wrong.
Hosking complained violently to referee McCallum, who just waved him away because he had to act on the touch judge's report. I think that shot says it all.
And I've just got back from the reserves bench, Graham, and Graham Lowe has had a lengthy discussion with Darryl Williams and Glenn Bourne, who are stretching ready to go on. He may make some changes soon.
Ericsson. King. 5 metres out. Langford goes without. Their hands are letting them down.
And that was just what the doctor ordered as far as Manly are concerned.
Rake was looking for Kenny,
who was going into a space.
Stokes. Crowd calling that one forward. Hosking.
No decisions to make here for the Sea Eagles. They can forget the razzle-dazzle. It's just head down, take the ball forward and kick and chase.
That's what Dunford does. Ridge.
Oh, dear.
It'll be a handover. No. Yes, it will. Here come the Eels. Burnley. Midfield. 24-16. Drake. Fitzhenry's there.
You've got to say that at the moment, Parramatta are playing the better football.
Ericsson. The Eels applying the pressure.
And the Eagles just hanging on.
Bell. Is this the one? Fitzhenry. Lyons stopped him dead in his tracks. Again, there is but one tackle left. Bell. Kenny, great hands. There it is. Magic. The ball was a difficult one. But on the Nissan replay, just watch how the veteran dragged it in on the tips. Great try from Kenny.
Great players can make things look easy. And have a look at Brett Kenny here. throws a hand out on what wasn't a good pass, still put himself into a hole, wrong foot of the defence. He's a genius, and genius can't be denied.
31 years of age. A legend in the blue and gold.
And still one of the best players in the world.
Manly in dire straits.
And Darryl Williams has actually gone on. He's replaced Chris White.
Surprise, surprise.
2 from 3 for Fitzhenry. And a reminder about that playoff possibility next Tuesday night. If that's the case, you will see all the action on 10 from 8:30. Vital goal is missed, but it's 24-20. Only 4 points in it. Williams gets out there for Manly. White goes back to the bench. About 14 minutes left. What a tough ride home for Manly the last month of football.
You think Graham Lowe would feel like eating? Only his fingers.
You know what you'd feel? You'd feel about 65. Come back here, says Bella. And the worried coach looks on. One eye on the clock. Fitzhenry with plenty of time. The kick down for Ridge.
The spark just isn't quite there, and they've got to get it back.
Stokes. The backs realising that they've got to come up with some work. Jones.
He's been tireless.
Bella. Very important meters. Hosking to the back line. Toomey stepping. Iro outside. Here's his chance. On the second attempt, he got it there.
Oh, clever stuff.
5 meters out.
Clever stuff, Michael.
And Brett Kenny was there again, Billy. Brett Kenny.
Lions kicks to the end goal. Fitzhenry has it, but won't get out of there. They do manage to hang on, though.
Great run here by Turvey, and he positioned Kevin Iro well. Now, from here, I thought that Iro might have had the legs to go on with it, but he knew he was starting to flounder. He looked on the outside as Mahon made that tackle. Now, have a look at Michael O'Connor here. That was clever play. He just towed the ball ahead, picked it up, and Brett Kenny right on the spot to nullify it.
Ridge gets nullified. 24-20. Toomey. Lions. Manly starting to get some ball. Hoskins.
No value here for Manly in trying to kick a field goal. Parramatta will still be in range. They've got to play out 6 and try and finish each set of 6 off with a kick in goal.
Toomey. Iro taken by Jackson. The ball goes back 6 more.
They do like to entertain.
Lions to Toomey. Manly still have the advantage in the opposition half.
And once again, the difference tonight, Matthew Ridge. 4 tries apiece.
Lions. Hosking still going. Lyons keeps it that way. He was trying to support Dunford.
Now this is where they've got to try and force that line drop out again.
Across the paddock, off the feet of Ridge, play on! Ridge has been an incredible difference.
They went a step better.
A touch of soccer. Manly keep it alive and get the crunching try. Nissan replay off the legs of Ridge. He charges ahead. A great player for the Eagles tonight.
This is something you can't train for. Lyons trying to put the ball across to his players to trap Parramatta in goal, but a lucky bounce there for Ridge, but he was good enough to capitalise.
Yeah, but the thing was, it was a good kick by Cliff Lyons, put plenty of pressure on, but the man that was on the spot was Ridge. He's been all over the place tonight, done exceptionally well yet again, and used his strength to carry over for the try.
4 from 4. Now a try. Good crowd witnessing a super game. The Manly bench has done it tough, especially the last 15 minutes. More breathing space coming up. Ridge gets the scoreline to a 10-point lead, 30-20. Tough night out for Manly in the last round. Bella. Certainly makes us think about Sunday, Bill.
Well, it does. You know, Manly look as if they're not going to be here next week, but one of these two teams could be here on Tuesday night. What a game that is. Our MMI big game, Canberra and St George, 6:30 to 8:30 here on Network 10. That's going to be a blockbuster.
Lyons stepping. Bella again.
Look what married life has done to him.
That's one fan you just lost.
Karen. But she is beautiful.
Get off your knees. Ridge. Mark. Mark trying to find another gap. He loses it. Manly have it. Knock-ons both ways.
And Marn just trying to get the ball away. He was carrying it very loosely, but a good low tackle by Turvey stopped him in his tracks.
Bella leaves the field.
And replaced by Glenn Bourne.
O'Connor. Only 8 scrums in the game. And Bourne with about 7 minutes of action left. Hosking gives it back. Belts the ground in frustration.
With Manly trying to take this one right down to the wire, they're doing a good job about it because they're making so many mistakes. They're just inviting Parramatta to stay in it.
They've really been out enthused by Parramatta in the second half, and that must also be concerning Graham Lowe.
30-20. The Billa was almost like you knew this was going to happen this week. No Haslam, no Roberts.
the work rate that was provided by those two players is missing, and what you've got to do then is you've got to hope that the other players up their work rate and try to cover for them. But you see, the problem Manly are going to have is there's no depth in their lower grades, and that's going to tell in the next couple of weeks. And I'm not trying to put the mock on them.
King. Kenny gets it to Lydiard. Last tackle. Mann cleverly back to Lydiard. Flicks it to Langford. Langford gets it out. Half volleyed by Fitzhenry. That'll be the handover. Inside 5 as Bourne hits it up.
There's the handling errors and a story in that to be told. 13 to Parramatta and 8 to Manly, and Parramatta have just got that just behind by that touch on the scoreboard, and it's reflected in those statistics.
Turvey.
Hasn't he played well?
Lyons cleverly showed it. Now Iro.
Come on, Tony. Kevin, stretch out.
Kenny was back there in cover with a great tackle. Hosking. They have done well to get out of trouble, man.
Well, they've scrambled at times. They've had to. The worst aspect of their play has been their goal line defence, where they just haven't
normally
really
a strong point for them.
Yeah, they just haven't really been tough there on that goal line.
Dunford taking an easy option over the sideline. Crowd has stayed right to the finish here for this last game of the season.
You know, one of the players they're missing is David O'Donnell, who's played so well for them all year. Now, he'd give them some flexibility. He's out injured at the moment, but if he could come back and play hooker, they could shuffle Dunford around into other forward positions.
Dunford has been a good performer for them, though, in the 9 jersey.
Oh, he's done an excellent job, but I think O'Donnell is very capable there, and that'd give them the extra forward that they need.
Bell. Stokes tries to get home. He does it. Good covering from Stokes. He saw that nobody was back. Bourne. 30-20 to Manly. Jones.
Only knows one way.
Lyons and Turvey continue their switch at half and 5/8.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to worry them much. They slot into 1 and 2 passes off the ruck pretty comfortably.
O'Connor for Stokes. Ericsson gets back.
Ooh, that's almost 4.
Forced by Ericsson. Good kick from O'Connor.
It was a good kick, and Stokes knew that it was on. Now, Ericsson didn't realise Stokes was quite as close as this. I'd say he heard him coming and just touched it down.
Less than 2 minutes. Lydiard gets it out. Lyons went to trap it. Hancock.
He's been competent.
Manly looking to tie it all up and finish with the ball. Bourne. It's all started with Lyons or Turvey. Hosking. Just tying it up. About 90 seconds. Jones. The ball was there for the gap. Just needed somebody to run to it.
It was probably on here. I think Bourne positioned himself fairly well, but the pass was too far out in front. But it's all academic now as far as Manly are concerned on the scoreboard. But they're going to have a lot of work to do in the next 7 days getting ready for the semi-finals.
Parramatta have some time up their sleeves.
Quite some time. Plenty of time to get over their injuries.
They will be back with Peter Sterling next year. Rake. Bell still looking. 30 seconds remaining. Lydia keeping it alive. Dummy from Jackson. Well, they came here expecting a tough game. They got one. At times, Parramatta looked as though they might have forced Manly into a playoff next Tuesday night.
At times, you'd have thought that Parramatta were fighting for a spot in the semis.
.32 away. The siren goes, and that beats Kenny. Graham Lowe has his side in the top 5. They get a week to start setting themselves up for a chance at the Winfield Cup. But they did it tough. For Parramatta, the try scorers: Greentree, Fernley, Drake, Kenny, Fitzhenry, 2 goals. Tuvey, Stokes got 3 for Manly. Ridge a try, Ridge 5 goals. The kicking outstanding.